So I've already got a rough draft for the story. Damn, I got 2-minute ad. What? How? Why? How did that even happen? I didn't think that could happen. I can only type not here. Peace shooter Bob, no. How could you? How could you ads? Why are you 2-minute adding people? That makes no sense. Oh, someone, oh no, unknown pursued the white whale. I gotta read Moby Dick. Alright, I'll do that next. I'm sorry, unknown. I apologize. To wait 2 minutes to talk to Peace shooter Bob. But the my rough draft of Titanfall 3 was that Jack Cooper was going to be like an official pilot, got a new Titan, but he's all surly, right? Because it's not BT. He misses BT. And then he'll get assigned a trainee pilot and kind of be mentoring him. Adamadile's here. Nice. And then so they'll be on some mission, some random peacekeeping mission. And then Jack will get the message from BT that's like the binary code one from the ending, and he'll be like, all right, forget this mission, I'm gonna go find BT, and he'll go off mission. I've asked my friend who plays Apex to try Titanfall. He said no, that game's dead. I got mad. It's not for everybody. It's hard to learn. But I guess it is true that they're not, updating anything. There's no more updates, and again, that's the model. They're turning that into the new normal of the live service game. And so when the game's not a live service anymore, it's like the marketing thing, right? Advertising, marketing. It's making you feel like you're missing out because of something that you didn't even know existed yet, and you're doing fine without it, but anyway. Finally. Peace shooter Bob, I was saying is, did you notice a lot of newer players out there recently? I feel like people are coming back after all this hacking, which is nice. Oh. Well, that's right. I couldn't think of my favorite Blink 182 song. Pretty sure it was off Enema of the State. But yeah, I've seen some people play. Community's growing every week. Yeah, it's been getting a little bit bigger. Chest kick! No! I just got greedy. They teabag me. You're right to do so. Say it again. Oh, I didn't hear. I'm sorry. No, I didn't. The first album, Enema of the State, right? It's definitely one of the top 3. I've got to, won't surprise me if it goes down there, here and there, because it's cool. Does that make sense? That does make sense.
Your Titan's ready. Call it in any time.
Somebody I can kick in the chest over here? Yes!
Stand by for Titanfall.
Adamadile, you rascal. Yeah, before the hack, I would, and I probably should start doing this again, before the hack, I would go into people who were streaming Titanfall 2 that hadn't tried it before, and I would just like talk to them, and if they needed some suggestions, I would try to give constructive criticism from what little I knew to help them out. Like, hey, yeah, we're a fun community. A lot of people are really good, so don't get too upset if you lose a lot. There's some insanely good players here, and it'll take a while to catch up to them. But I don't think I've ever had friends in a community before in a game until Titanfall 2. That's sweet. I did the same. Well, after I stream sniped them. Yeah. First tip: put that delay on your stream, because I sniped the hell out of you. If Fun community, just be careful of hollow pilots. Beware. Yeah. A good hollow pilot will bamboozle you into the ground. I saw a hollow pilot slide once, and I thought they couldn't do that. I thought someone hacked. Someone's cheating, right? Making a hollow pilot slide. I thought it would just run forward. Oh, I'm tired. Alright, I'm alright. We're still good. We're gonna get this. No, they can't. Is it just that nobody does it? And wall run? Okay, then I guess, yeah. A lot of hollow pilots, when they're wall running, then that would actually make sense a lot. Because I'm pretty good at spotting the ones that are just on the ground. Oh, hollow pilot can mimic any pilot move. Okay. So just people not good at it? Because I just see them running along the ground. Obviously, patient is learning curve when you get more complex with your mobility. Yeah. I say to them, little bird. You're a little bird that just broke out of your shell. It's going to take a while before you learn to fly. When you do, you'll be murdering from the sky. You'll be like a hawk. So real pilot is wall running and deploys hollow, copies the wall run. Okay. So it just copies what you're doing at the instant you deploy. That makes more sense. Shoot. How did I get into this mess? Alright, I'm dropping. Sorry. Oh, but my pitch for, right, Jack Cooper goes off mission. He takes his apprentice with him. And then, so it'll be like his apprentice will lose their trainee pilot, Titan. I can use any, I use them differently. Yeah. Pea Shooter Bob, I know you... You can probably just beat us with anything. Didn't you level up every single weapon? I'm on level 1 Kraber, but I'll get it. I'll get it one of these days. Oh, but so my pitch was that now Jack Cooper and this trainee, we'll call the trainee Shinny. Shinny Sassington. He just got melted. And trainee pilot Shinny Sassington. Of course, Jack's not being a good trainer at all because he's so grumpy. And Shinny will lose her Titan, and they'll have, and in the match you'll have to like use the trainee. You'll have to alternate and like have one pilot running around while somebody's in the Titan, or even 2 Titans. So yeah. And so they go through all this stuff together. They recover BT. And BT can't imprint on Jack for some reason, so he has to imprint on Shinny Sassington. And then Jack's even more upset. It's because that's in the story. You have your enemy, your hero, and you build him up and you push him down even lower, right? So that's his lowest point. Like, he's upset because he doesn't even get BT back after he rescued him. But then he'll see BT training Shinny Sassington better than he ever could because he was such a bad trainer, because he was so holding on to all this anger and despair. And so they'll have their live, laugh, learn kind of situation. They'll save the day. They'll go back to their mission. That's what they'll do. They'll go back to the mission that Jack abandoned with BT. And BT and Shinny will be the hero, not Jack and his Titan. And then at the end, Jack will realize that Shinny and Titan make a better team even than he and Jack did. And that Jack is going to have to learn how to be a better pilot trainer the way BT was for him. And then, but Jack and BT don't end up together, but you get a new hero. Shinny Shinny Sassington. Jack and BT best duo. Yes, exactly, but they're not necessarily the best for each other, right? And that's the hard thing. That's the hardest lesson to learn in a relationship. But they can both be better even if they're not together. So no, but then here's the thing. You'll also get a Titan who's just sassy as hell, grumpy and surly as Jack. And he'll be, I don't know, making British. and he'll like, because Jack's such a jerk, this Titan will be just a jerk right back to him. And eventually they'll develop a grudging respect. And then they'll be best pals. Jack will be a better trainer. BT and Shinny will have their new spin-off series. British Titan, yes, oh yes. You gotta have it all. I hope someone's writing this down because I'm making some of this up on the fly. Like the British thing. But yeah, so... And then you'll have a Titanfall. You'll have Titanfall 3. And then you'll have a new series with Jack, his British Titan, and then Shinny. What would his kit be? Oh, I don't know. I'm not qualified to know any of that stuff. I'm the idea man. No. I know stories. I don't know the sci-fi stuff. Yes, I'm writing this with ink. Excellent. Bro, Aussie Titan? Lol. That would be good too. An Aussie Titan. That's what they need. They need a Titan with the personality of like Blisk. That'll be somebody you help you meet up. And then, but the pilot will be like a total nerd, like all mild-mannered, kind of a pushover. But his Titan's like a boomerang ult. Imagine just seeing that in the Frontier. Maybe just like a go-kart, full transformer. Or just driving around like a tank. No. I saw somebody had an idea for a Titan that was like kind of like Scorch, but it was acid, so they could lay acid down. Hey, if they make a Hollow Titan in Titanfall 3, they can take my money. Yeah, Hollow Titan. Viper. Hollow Titan would be amazing. Oh, there seems to be a lot of shaking. Are you noticing these dents in the ground? Oh. Titan transform turns into a golf cart. Yeah, that was the GoBots. It was probably before your time, but GoBots, man, they were like the rip-off Transformers, and they're like, okay. And I don't think there was a golf cart, but the main character turned into a scooter. So the guy would just like transform or GoBot activate, and then he'd hop on his little scooter, little red scooter. Already got Ronin who phases. Where's my Hollow Titan? Yeah, a Hollow Titan. I don't know. It's tough. It's a grappling Titan. I don't know. No, I don't have any ideas on what new Titans to make, but these all sound awesome. Oh, I have to read a bit of Moby Dick. I'm gonna run if I see that a grappling Titan. All right, so here's a passage from Moby Dick. And this is Queequeg the Savage, and oh yeah, I'm done. And chapter 10, A Bosom Friend. Queequeg the Savage and Ishmael. So Ishmael, they're in, and he's just watching Queequeg. With much interest, I sat watching him. Savage though he was, and hideously marred about the face, at least to my taste, his countenance yet had a something in it which was by no means disagreeable. You cannot hide the soul. Through all his unearthly tattooings, I thought I saw the traces of a simple, honest heart, and in his large, deep eyes, fiery black and bold, there seemed tokens of a spirit that would dare 1,000 devils. And besides all this, there was a certain lofty bearing about the pagan, which even his uncouthness could not altogether maim. He looked like a man who had never cringed and never had a creditor. Whether it was, too, that his head being shaved, his forehead was drawn out in freer and brighter relief, and looked more expansive than it otherwise would. This I will not venture to decide, but certain it was his head was phrenologically an excellent one. It may seem ridiculous, but it reminded me of General Washington's head, as seen in the popular busts of him. It had the same long, regularly graded retreating slope from above the brows, which were likewise very projecting, like two long promontories, thickly wooded on top. Queequeg was George Washington, cannibalistically developed. Yeah, that's why I love that book, because it's ridiculous. What? He's just sitting there studying his cannibal friend. Says he's basically a George Washington in cannibal form. What the fuck? Yeah, that's Moby Dick, man. Queequeg is this massive cannibal. He's got tattoos over his entire body. He's huge, and he's a harpooner so Ishmael and him go whaling together. That was good. It's thank you. Yeah, I read Moby Dick in school. I didn't like it, but then I had a job at a gym where I would basically, I was a night job, so I was like the only person in the gym. There were people that would show up like at 4 a.m. to work out. They were crazy, but I'd have all night, so I would read. I would read, and I read Moby Dick, and I read a bunch of other books. But when I really spent time with the book, I realized how funny it was. Like, the guy is just constantly cracking jokes. Bagel returns. Welcome back, Bagel. Fahrenheit 451. I heard book. I've met Ray Bradbury. I've talked to Ray Bradbury at San Diego Comic-Con. Oh man, this is like 2003. You're gonna pick her up from the airport and drive her home? Okay. You're not taking the puppies? See you later, love. Do you want Kelly? 1 second. Chat takeover. Bye, Miss Gurgamo. Yeah. I forced to put 15 book series on at least 4 people. Oh, but yeah, thanks. Yeah. That's my wife. She's picking her mother up from the airport, and she's going to take her home. And then we're going to go get some dinner, because I'm hungry. A burrito, I think. I can make burritos, yes, but sometimes I like to spoil myself and get burritos. Because she's a vegetarian, so the burritos we make at home are bean and cheese burritos, which are good. But sometimes I want a carne asada chimichanga. Carne asada chimichanga. It's a deep fried burrito. It's a burrito. They just deep fry it. Oh, but I met Ray Bradbury at Comic-Con. They had so what happened was they have panels and everyone's speaking, and so for whatever reason they set it up. But they forgot to get him a wheelchair ramp, a panel with a wheelchair ramp, because he was really old at that. So a nice Taco Tuesday with a side of burrito. Yes, you're right, it is Taco Tuesday. We'll do tacos too. Shitty coming in with the good. Oh, sausage, egg, and cheese. Oh no. Right. Oh, but so. Sorry, my ADD is going off the chain right now. My medication wore off. You got Taco Tuesday? Awesome. Guys, you're making me hungry. I'm sorry, that is a thing here. I do love food so much. That's why I work out every day, so I don't have to diet. Although I should. Fish tacos. Oh, that's a great idea. She does eat fish. I know, we've had this argument many times. I'm like, hey, you're vegetarian, but fish are animals, aren't they? She's gone. I'm all right. Anyway, it's not an argument. So she's a pescatarian. Right. She calls herself a pescatarian, but I don't think that's real either. I'm like, look, you either eat animals or you don't eat animals. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. Whatever you want to do is fine. But you don't need to make it up a whole other language just because you want to eat certain things. Do you like tofu? That's weird stuff. I showed a comic how to make Japanese potato salad. Oh, that sounds delicious. She eats sea creatures and plants. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go microwave something. The ocean is big enough. You'd think so. But yeah, Ray Bradbury could not get up to his speaking area, so they were running around, and it was just sci-fi stuff. So they were at the convention. They were running around trying to find a way to get his wheelchair up to that thing. And so while they were doing that, he was just basically sitting off to the side alone. And so me and my buddy Brian were like, "Well, let's go talk to Ray Bradbury. We're here to see him, and he's just sitting there." So we went over and talked to him, and he told us like hilarious stories. He's a real rascal. He was just talking about like half his stories end with him calling somebody a stupid son of a bitch. He was a sweetheart. I miss him every day. Well, not every day because not that often. He was a great guy. I'm glad I got to meet him. I once ordered mushroom soup and got tofu soup, and my 6-year-old self almost perished. Oh no. You know, like tofu? Oh no, poor little bagel. Crazy how he predicted so much stuff. Yeah, yeah. Billboards, right? Because when he grew up, there weren't freeways. So he predicted like you would need advertisements that were 50 feet long so you could read them while you're heading down these highways. Almost everything came true. Yeah, yeah. He was good. He was a superhero because he was sitting there predicting we would walk on the moon, and that's one of his best stories. Is he was predicting we'd walk on the moon. Man would walk on the moon before the end of the century, and people would just call him. People would say that was stupid. That's not going to happen. Seashells equals AirPods. Oh yeah, huh? The seashells. And then but if anyone who told him that people would never walk on the moon, he would get their name and phone number. And so he had this big list of people's names and phone numbers. And he predicted I'll be rich in, I don't know, 10 minutes. No bagel. Ray Bradbury, he's writing his stories up in heaven now. He died. But you never know. You never know. There's a parallel universe where he's still alive. I'll ask him. But he has this big list of people's names. We told him he couldn't walk on the moon, or people would never walk on the moon. And then, of course, there's the moon landing. And he's with all his other sci-fi friends and scientist friends, and they're just having this rager because we landed on the moon. And they're celebrating and drinking. He's in Los Angeles. And so, my TV's going to turn off automatically. Has it been that long? I guess it has. And so he's stumbling home drunk at like 4 a.m. in the morning. This younger Ray Bradbury stumbling goes, you should read There Will Be Soft Rains by Ray Bradbury. That's one of my favorite books. That's with the automated house. Or not one of my favorite short stories. It's The Automated House, right? I can't remember. But he's stumbling home drunk. They faked the moon landing. Yes, right. And they faked all the satellites that give us our cell phone coverage. Pretty elaborate, but they did it. I just got some food when I missed. Ray Bradbury. So Ray Bradbury stumbling home drunk after a huge party where people, the Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, they've walked on the moon, and it's like 4 a.m. He stumbles into his room. He goes up to his telephone, pulls out his list, and starts dialing. And he calls the first person on his list. And he's like, hello? And they're like, hello? What? Huh? It's like, is this Kevin J. Anderson? And they're like, yeah, who is this? He's like, you're a stupid son of a bitch. And he hangs up. And then he calls the next person. And he did that until he went all the way through his list of all the people who told him we would never walk on the moon. Yeah. And so Ray Bradbury told me and my friend Brian the story. I got a picture with him. And he's in his little wheelchair. He's all shriveled and old, but he is still so enthusiastic, savage. Yeah, it was awesome. He was an inspiration. And yeah, oh crap, I'm so behind. I gotta think of my favorite Blink 182 song. Blink. So I do have one. Blink 182 song. Maybe it's Always, I think. Be at my show. Say it ain't so. Yeah, I think that's it. Always. So that's the answer I'll say for now. Always. That's a good one. What other questions did I miss? Oh, Ronin with grapples and shift. Yeah. Fahrenheit 451. Yeah, great book. And I loved it. I actually thought of, I want a riddle, but I don't want to pay for it. Bagel. Does anyone want to buy Bagel an old timey riddle? I like Stay Together for the kids. I liked their energy. They were fun. Let me queue up a riddle here. Pea Shooter Bob has unlocked Riddle of the Ancients. Good old Pea Shooter Bob. All right, here's the riddle. I'm going to type it out. So give me a moment. I'll type it out and I'll read it, but you'll be able to see it. So note to self, write these out beforehand so I can copy and paste them. I will save my points for the lobster costume. Is that even redeemable? I thought I put it too many points. I'm afraid of that lobster costume because I'm like, will I overheat and die? No, I don't think it's that much. And if you subscribe, you get more points, right? I hadn't counted on that. All right, here's the riddle. I know it's cut off on there, but it should be in the chat. I'm a type of language, but I'm not meant for speaking. You will find me everywhere, but people rarely read me. I'm simple to write and simple to understand, but to translate a book into me would take years to do by hand. What am I? Oh, not one hand, just by hand. I accidentally typed by one hand. ASL, he says. The potato says. ASL. Any other guesses? So, yeah. I'm a type of language, but I'm not meant for speaking. You'll find me everywhere, but people rarely read me. I'm simple to... I'm going to say binary. Braille? Those are all good. All right. I'm a type of language, but I'm not meant for speaking. Yeah. That would work for ASL. That would work for binary and Braille. You'll find me everywhere, but people rarely read me. So that rarely... Because I was thinking sign language too, but people rarely read me. Is there ever a point where people read sign? I guess you can spell with sign language, right? People are like A, B, C, D.